Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for coming and watching my videos, and I am trying my best to give you guys as much information as possible, and do this in an organized way. I'm not very organized as a person, but I'm trying my best to be as organized as humanly possible. Okay, you guys, you're all welcome here, whether you're someone who's new, if you're new to this video and you've not heard these crazy videos that I'm posting, any of the crazy things that I post before, you are welcome here. Thank you so much. You are highly cherished and loved. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And if you are someone who's already subscribed, you are part of the family. Please do like, share, and subscribe so that you are part of our big family. Everyone here is a big family, and we love you all very much, and we cherish you all, hold you very dearly, every single one of you. Okay, so this episode is going to be about some very interesting things, okay? And I don't think many people know about them, especially in this modern world of ours, they have not much has been said about them for various reasons, but it will be my job to enlighten people about them and tell them the information that I know from my experience and what I've been through. And I'm just telling people my story and what I've been through and what I've seen. If you look at the channel, I am grateful to God the Most High that I have very, very accurate predictions. I'm well known for my predictions. I'm well known for my ability to heal people and help them out in situations, and I am very grateful for that. I'm really grateful. The predictions do come true. So if you look at the channel, you will find many predictions have come to pass, and well, almost all of them have come to pass now, and some will come to pass still, which I will tell you about. I also have new predictions. I'm going to tell you about them in the end, towards the end of the episode. So keep listening. Don't log off if you can, because this information can be life-changing for some. So the first thing that I want to say is that this episode is going to be one of 3 episodes. So episode 15, 16, and 17 will conclude this first series, and then I'm going to start on a second one of extraterrestrial messages and revelations. Okay, now these 3 episodes, I was going to make them about Venus and other planets, but then Spirit have told me in no uncertain terms to make them about Djinn, angels, and aliens. Okay, so if you've not heard of the Djinn, I will explain to you about them now. They are creations of the Most High God who are living with us on this planet, but they do not originate from here, but they do live on Earth. And I will explain about them. Angels, as we know, the majority of people on this planet, I believe, know what angels are. Or you know what they represent, and aliens or extraterrestrials. So the episode is called Djinn, Angels, Aliens, a Comparison. It's important for people to know the difference, because I believe when in the world of UFOs and extraterrestrials and lights in the sky, many of the lights are not actually UFOs. Even though if you look at my series, many of them are, but the ones that I talk about are, and the ones that I communicate with telepathically are, but there are other lights that are created by other things. Obviously, we've got natural phenomena, we've got other things that are human-made and can be explained, but the unexplained ones, some of them are by the Djinn. Okay, so this first episode about Djinn, angels, and aliens is going to be focused on the Djinn. All right, so the Djinn. The Djinn are a creation that has evolved from fire and water together. So we as humans, we evolved from, biblically speaking, and in the Quran and other holy books, it's from clay and water, okay, which is the earth. That we came out of the earth, okay, as and evolved. There was help by external powers that I talk about in my series. If you go and see how the extraterrestrials help form us through guidance, spiritual guidance, and guidance by source or by God. But Jinn have been here a very long time. Okay, they have they have evolved from fire and water, as I said. They have first evolved on Jupiter. They are a civilization that is around 6 billion years old. Okay, we are only new here. Or at least this version of Homo sapiens sapien that we are new, considered a new creation, human beings. They can see us, but we can't see them, and I'll explain why, okay, and how. They can see us, but we cannot see them, usually, okay? On rare occasions, they do appear to people, but that is up to them. It's their prerogative whether they want to appear or not, and there are laws that govern that as well. They are very ancient, very old, very spiritual, very connected to divine and connected to source, different kingdoms, okay, that all are part of one kingdom, okay? So they are different kingdoms under the flag of one kingdom, okay? So they have 9 kingdoms, and they unite under the flag of one kingdom ruled currently by the Djinn queen. She's a queen, a female, okay? They are, the reason they can see us and we can't see them is because they vibrate at a very high rate, very intensely, extremely fast vibration. Eyes cannot see them, and no technology we have now can detect them. This vibration is on a molecular level. They've described it to me. This information I'm getting from extraterrestrials, from spirit, and from some of the Jinn as well, okay, which I don't work with usually, but they are very helpful and loving, but I just have not been working with them at all, okay? And I do not intend to, for reasons that are complex, I cannot explain here, but I do have a good opinion of them, and I have a love for them, at least the good ones of them. So they vibrate very intensely and extremely fast. The vibration, eyes can't see it, and no technology we have can detect it. And it's on a molecular level. They describe it as a shaking or a rhythm that resonates with the planets and the universe. Okay, it's a certain shaking or rhythm that we have not discovered yet. At some point, these will merge, be openly seen by humans at some point in the future, but at the moment they are not, okay, because we are still catching up technologically. The story goes in the Bible and in the Quran as well, and I don't know about the Torah, the Jews, but I know about the Chinese culture, they know about that, they know about them, the Indian culture, they know about them, possibly Native Americans, they definitely know about them, and all different cultures in the world, they know about them, okay? Even us here in Europe, there are people who know about them, okay, and work with them, okay? Been working with them for a very ancient and long time. The story is that they are one of the creations that God, the Most High, has made them bow down to humans. As we know from the Bible and the Quran and other religions, that God, when he created Adam and Eve, he made the angels bow down to them and the jinn bow down to them. This bowing down is not like the bowing down we understand. It's not in it's not in a subservient way, but it's in a different way, okay, a vibrational way, okay. So, and the reason for that, according to them, is that because humans suffer a lot, and this suffering is a reason for elevation. My psychic gift, for example, has come through a lot of pain and hurt, okay? So throughout my life, I've had a lot of things happen that I've taken to heart, and they have helped open my third eye. Other people's gifts, the majority of genuine psychics have their gift born of pain, okay? It is something that makes people stronger and opens up this ability to be able to perceive other dimensions, other things, and see, and the future, past and present of people and things, and so on. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that pain in itself is a reason for elevation for humans, that one of the reasons why human beings like us, were elevated above, or the angels and the jinn bowed down to us. That's the main reason. Okay, we suffer, we're learning all of this agony that we're in is actually something very, very, very good. Ultimately, it will be amazing because it lifts the soul up high to be on a very high vibrational level. Okay? In most cases, okay? Some people don't, develop because of that, and I send them healing and light, and I pray that they understand that the reason for the suffering is for elevation. It's not to grind anyone into the ground or make them just suffer. This is an elevation, okay? Now, the jinn, as I said, they have 9 kingdoms under one queen. They have developed on Jupiter first, the planet Jupiter. 6 billion years ago was the first history they have of when they've evolved. They are much more technologically advanced than us, okay? And the ships that they travel on are very characteristic in the sense that they said to me they are not as seamless as the ones that extraterrestrials have. However, and they are not as slow or as, primitive as the ones we currently possess. So, the ships are very... I laughed actually when they said they're very bumpy, and they have rough angles, and they have protrusions. Okay, that's the ships. They are light vehicle. They are light. They emit a lot of light because of how they operate, and that is through magnetic fields and anti-gravity technology. So they do have anti-gravity technology, the jinn. Okay, they can, and some of them, one of the 9 is it one of the 9 kingdoms? No, how many? 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 of the 9 kingdoms have wings. Okay, they have wings, or the ability to fly in the sky and travel up very high through the atmosphere and go up into space. Okay, and they can travel from here to the moon, here to the Jupiter, from the moon and back, and so on. And that can explain some of the sightings where people have seen things flapping wings and looking like biological entities, because they are considered biological entities. However, their makeup is very different from us, as you've heard. It is fire and water, and not fire and clay. Okay, water and clay, sorry. They can fly they're very fast. Okay, the speed is extremely mind-blowing on how they can fly. Okay, but they're not faster than the extraterrestrial ships. They still are a bit slower than them, but they fly very fast. Okay. If anyone has seen a UFO of something flapping its wings or anything like that, it's probably one of these amazing jinn creatures. Yeah. Their appearance is much more beautiful than any human, and they are more beautiful than Pleiadians. They look perfect, absolutely perfect. They look like sculptures. Their bodies like sculptures. They don't have the issues that people have here with, different shapes and all that. We all have different shapes, and some of us are more rounded, some of us are more linear, some of us are chiseled and muscled. So they are even much more sculpted than we are, and the strength that they have is incredible. Okay, so they can bring something from the end of the earth to where, from the other side of the earth, that is as far as possible from a person to the person within 1 day. Okay, so maybe less than 1 day. Okay, within a sitting. So if a sitting, say, is 1-2 hours, they can definitely do that. Yeah. So they're very quick. They definitely travel faster than sound. Physically, the ones that have the wings, and but they do not travel faster than the speed of light. Okay. They have outposts all around the planets where they have communities living. Okay, the headquarters or the throne is on Earth. Okay, even though they've originated on Jupiter, but they have been contracted to move to Earth with their queen. Okay, they mainly live underground. Okay, and they have all their things underground. Okay, everything they create and they use to survive vibrates on a high level, so it's not visible to us. Okay, and we cannot detect them now here. However, due to some glitches or faults, sometimes they can be detected, and these can be seen as, they call them glitches in the matrix and so on, some people. So that's exactly what it is. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, and the extraterrestrials that I communicate with are concerned, and the angels and the spirits and the jinn, the glitches that are seen are because of the world of the jinn. Okay, that is on Earth here. It's underground. Glitches sometimes can be seen above the ground, because sometimes they have communities that live above the ground as well, but they're mainly underground. The queen of the jinn is beautiful. She is very beautiful. She is very, it's like almost like a queen bee. Okay, it's like the queen bee, very similar to that. Okay. They have like almost like hive-like existence. Okay, and their community, the beauty of the queen is very. They've been talking a lot about it because she's considered extremely beautiful, but she is very peaceful and loving, and has a strong healing power and a power to manipulate matter, a power to make things happen. The jinn generally help people with work and with money, and they can also help them find love. Okay, and if you know from the culture, Aladdin and the magic lamp, okay, he had to rub on the lamp to activate the vibration of the jinn, apparently a long time ago. This really happened in Arabia. There was a man who did that, yeah, or something very similar to that. And I think someone could have either known about the story or picked up on it psychically, is most likely, and created this Aladdin and the magic lamp. But there's something similar to that anyway. They can reside they can make themselves very small, really small and tiny. They can reside in rings, in jewelry. They can be placed in them. They live happily inside them. They get all that they want. it is some form that people have some form of power to trap them in items, but they will be happy and they can survive apparently if they are in a jewel or in some item. They are very blessed creatures. Most of the time, they're very blessed, very positive in nature. Okay, and some people have the power to summon them. Okay, not all people on earth, but some people, select people, can have the power to summon them. I know that I can summon them if I want to, but I don't deal with them. Okay, because of it's very complicated. I just can't explain it here in the video or at any time. But I think that it's important to know that some people have the ability to summon them, and some people, when they are very distressed and upset and or even angry, any kind of catastrophe that wants to happen, summons them towards some people. These are old contracts that have happened and been created since man has been created. Okay. They are asking me to inform people that they do have evil in their kingdom as well as good. Okay, so be wary if you want to go into something like this. Don't go into something you know nothing about, okay? I would say my advice is to stay away from them and let them live, but respect them and love them, okay? My personal advice, okay? However, if they're connected to you contractually, they will help you anyway, whether you ask them or not. Okay. They have creatures that are wild, like animals. Okay, on our plane that is not vibrating as high as theirs, or shaking, like they said, or what was the other word they used? Rhythm, on that rhythm with theirs. They have animals, creatures. They're extremely psychic, and they're much more, like I said, they're much more advanced, okay? Now, they have asked me to reveal symbols of them. Symbols of the kingdom of the Jinn are the snake, the eagle, the cat. The snake, the eagle, and the cat is what they showed me. And these obviously are very powerful symbols in the occult, and some people who work with them can have these symbols with them, but not all, okay? Because these are universal symbols of power on earth, okay? Or protection or so on. What else do they want me to say? Yeah, so the conclusion is that they do live with us. They are very helpful, they're very kind, they will always be there for people, especially ones that they have been contracted to by inheritance or ancestry, even if the person does not work with them. People can find, if someone has that power of summoning, they will discover it at some point, or power to work with them. They will discover it at some point. It will be up to the person whether to choose it or not, okay? And it's just a beautiful kingdom, okay? So this is the difference, okay? So I hope this has clarified some of the things that are connected to UFOs that we see, okay? Some UFOs are actually live entities, and they are Jinn, okay? They appear, they have to sometimes lower their vibration or increase their vibration before they take flight, or during taking flight, for like physical reasons, or because of physics, apparently. But they they are mainly vibrating very high, so they can't be seen or sensed by us. Some ghost appearances or ghosts are actually Jinn, but not all. Okay, some of them are actual spirits of people. Okay. What else did they say to me? What else? Is this all that you want me to say? What else do you want me to say? Oh, okay. All right. So many lineages that are human have mated with jinns, obviously, because they're extremely beautiful and extremely attractive. There are some human lineages on Earth who have mated with them. They can lower their vibration. For example, a jinn man can like a woman, a human woman, and think that she's extremely beautiful, or like a human man and think he's extremely beautiful, and then lower his vibration to appear to him as a human or to her as a human, and then mate with them or make love. That's something that they can do. Okay. Many of these things have happened a long time ago. Okay, and there are in many lineages, and it's not just royals or people who are fancy or anything like that, just normal people that you find. Okay, it's part of there is part of the DNA that is from them. Okay, and because of this, and this is something that is still happening today all around the world. There's nothing there is not absolutely nothing negative that happens because of it. It's just, it is what it is. Some of them choose to lower their vibrations so that they can always stay here in human form. Okay. And some of them don't. Okay, so they have mixed with humans. They're very loving, they're very amazing, they're kind, but when they lower their vibration, they lose a lot of their powers that they could do when they're, or this shaking of them that they have, or this rhythm. When they lower it down, they lose their powers, so they become human. Okay. It's not as common as you might think, but it does exist. Okay, that's what they're saying to me. Okay. They are very peaceful and loving. They are healers. They are seers. They are very attractive, very balanced, very good, hardworking when they mix with humans, and amazing. Okay, but just in case my friends said to me, you have to say that you're not a jinn and you don't have you're not actually a genie. So I'm not a genie, I'm not a jinn. I'm a human, but I have knowledge about these things. So they are amazing. I do love them and respect them. They are also connected to the old runic system. They said they're very connected to runes. If you know the Celtic culture, spiritual culture, they are connected to runes and so on in the runes. Okay, so they also can help people fight battles, and they can help people win battles. They can help people lose battles. They make people lose battles if it's threatening something that has to do with them. And the extraterrestrials regularly work with them all the time. So you can find the fleet of lights in the sky where there is a percentage of that fleet that is actually jinn, ships of the jinn. Okay, but in the night it will appear like a light and it will be like doing these incredible maneuvers. But however, they're not as advanced as the ETs. The ETs have the flying saucer shaped ones, the ones that are very neat and slick. They have the triangular craft, or the so-called TR3B craft. These are ETs. They're not jinn. Jinn have much more rough and pointy ones, and even ones that are novel. They look like animals sometimes. They look like balloons. And one other thing is that they have all religions in their kingdom as well. So they have Christians, they have Muslims, they have Jewish, and they have other religions. Okay, the same as us humans. And they believe that they will be judged on Judgment Day, the ones who believe in God. They believe that they will be judged as like humans will be. And I believe in karmic law, and they have very strict laws that govern these things, all of these things. Okay, strict laws that govern whether they can lower their vibration or not, whether they can appear, whether they can fly with the ETs or not, whether they can affect a human life or not. Generally, when they do, it's in a positive and loving way anyway, without the person's knowledge, so it's almost sometimes miraculous as well from our perspective. Okay, I love you guys so much. This is all I have about them for now. This is the jinn. next episode is going to be the angels, okay? And the episode after that is gonna be about the extraterrestrials, and generally about, I'm focusing on how the ships look and what they can do and so on, that are purely extraterrestrial, because I want to clarify this for people, because there's a lot of knowledge that is missing from our UFO community, or the people who talk about UFOs and stuff like that. They always assume that everything is extraterrestrial, but there's a big load of terrestrial things that are happening, okay? So in the sky, okay? So it's important for people to learn how to differentiate between them. And they all exist. Extraterrestrials exist, the Jinn exist, angels exist, and they all have their own ships and their own things, okay, and appearances and so on, and qualities, okay? I hope this has clarified things for you guys. I hope this has been inspirational for you guys. I'm certainly feeling more inspired. And I really do love you guys, and we have to know, I think, excuse me, it's important for us to know that all of these creatures that we cannot see, that are in the sky, only the best of the best is allowed to appear and mingle with us, okay? Anything else will be breaking cosmic law, okay, or universal law, and it usually is fought against by these powers themselves, okay? They are stressing that if they had wanted to end humanity, they would have done so a long time ago, but there are rules in the universe and they do not intend to anyway. And they are also telling, like what I said in the first episode that I made on this series, only good is allowed to advance and go very far. Evil and selfish and manipulative and destructive energies will stay small always, okay? But good will flourish, and in the end, good is going to prevail, especially on this planet. Ultimately, we're going to have a very beautiful place with beautiful people and amazing and positive people and loving people on this planet. We're heading towards a beautiful future, and we are going to be fine, okay? A few predictions I'm going to say just here very quickly. Bitcoin is going to become 88. I've been going on about this for a very long time. XRP is going to go very high. It's going to fill the whole world. I saw the sun filling the whole world with XRP written on it. So I think that means that it's going to cover the whole world and be something. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be amazing. So if you don't have any crypto, I think it would be a good idea to buy some, even if very little, because it will help improve your financial situation. There is also a big wealth transfer that is occurring now on Earth, and it is coming from God. All of the wealth, or most of the wealth, is being taken out of the hands of the many of the wealthy people, okay, who are hoarding the wealth and manipulating people with it and hurting people with it. It's been taken out of their hands and given to the good and the meek. And if you know, in all Abrahamic religions, it's been mentioned that the meek will inherit the earth. And this is exactly what's happening now, okay? Whether some people agree with it or like it or not, it really is what's happening now. This big wealth transfer is going to be happening by the end of September. It will be starting in a big way, okay? So maybe it could be that these cryptos are going to increase by the end of September or something, okay? They already are starting to show signs of positivity. The other thing that I wanted to say, that I have seen something that was not really nice happening in November. I don't think that, I hope it's nice, but it didn't look nice to me. I saw like this big flood. I don't know what it is and what it symbolizes. It's most likely a return of Miss Corona again, in another version that is stronger and much more athletic than the ones before. Or it could be something completely new. And I saw things slowing down for people. I had two visions about this. One was a few months ago, and one was recently. Over a few days, the spirits have communicated that to me. So keep yourselves healthy. Try and change your lifestyle to a healthy one. It's not going to be exactly a smooth ride, but it will be okay. And the hand of divine is coming in to lift up those who have been in pain and in suffering for a very long time, and who have not had a lot of wealth or enjoyment in life. They're now going to prosper. Okay, it is part of creating the kingdom of God, I believe, where in the Abrahamic religions it has been said that, like I said, the meek will inherit the earth, and it's a natural thing as well to protect the earth. Okay, that is going on, and it's bringing a lot of wealth for people who are, have not been really doing well, but have had hearts of gold, and really good people. There are going to be many overnight millionaires and billionaires. So if you want to be one of these, try and do something good so that your karma is improved. Okay, I would like to ask and request that donate to some charity that you feel you are, connected to. Even a pound or a dollar makes a difference. Even 50 pence or 50 cents will make a difference. With whatever you have, this will attract this wealth to you. Okay, and be kind to people. Be nice. Okay, don't focus just on yourself. Focus on other people. Think about other people all the time and think how you can help them. Okay, but also don't forget about yourself. Look after yourself, because if you're not doing well and you're not feeling good and looking good and smelling good and feeling energetic, you can't really be any good to anyone else. Okay, but I'm just saying, try and do things that are really cool, for others, and be kind within yourself. Make sure that you try and stay pure and stay connected to spirit, stay connected to divine, and everything will be okay. Okay, all right, I love you guys so much. This one dragged on a bit, but I am going to go now, and I will see you guys in your next episode. Thank you again for liking, sharing, and commenting. It means the world to me, and it helps me put out more things for you guys that you might enjoy. Okay, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in your next episode. Thank you. See you.